Hey, what's up, guys? It's Colorado Camper Man Brian here. So this is my first live stream. I'm trying to figure this out. I've never done this before. So give me a second, and I'm gonna kind of play around with this and see what we got going on here. Hello. Looks like we're good. I have not done a live stream before, so I wanted to give it a test because I've seen some other YouTubers do these live streams and whatnot. So I wanted to give it a whirl and everything because I've been wanting to post a video. Just wanted to do a general channel update and stuff like that. So I figured I would just do a live stream because people could tune in, watch it live and chat, or obviously you could watch it on the replay. So yeah, so. Um, Anyways, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out right now, but we'll just go ahead and roll with it. And I'm trying to see how things are going here and who's joined us and whatnot, but I'm not figuring that out right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started because I can't really figure out this chat thing. But anyways, it looks like we do have some people here. Oh, there we go. Hey, Josh Rashavi. Oh man, what's up, dude? Good to see you, buddy. Wow, one of my old high school buddies. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in, geez, 15 years probably. God, that's insane. And PNW Outdoor Life. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you guys for stopping in. So I guess I'll go ahead and get started with it. So thank you guys for who are joining me here today. Um, I really appreciate you guys coming in this evening and stopping by. And it's been kind of the channel's kind of evolved over the years. When I first started out with the channel in the beginning, I was mainly doing stuff on hut trips, which I'm sure you guys have seen some of my videos on that. But that's why my channel really started back in the day, was because I found it very frustrating that I could never see what these cabins looked like that we were renting and sleeping in. And so, anyways, that's how my channel started. And then I bought a truck camper and got into camping a little bit more and stuff like that. And it's just kind of evolved. And now, since we've had our son, it's more of, I guess, like a family camping channel now. But anyway, so it's really evolved over the years, and I appreciate all your guys' support over the years and keeping things positive on the channel as well too. I'm sure you guys have seen other YouTubers out there and whatnot, and there's negative comments and all that stuff. But the thing I love about you guys is that everything is always positive in the comments. So thank you guys for that, and thank you for the continued support as well too. So we also got Leo's in the house from Houston, Texas. Yeah. Seems like there's a lot of Texans tuning in into Colorado Camper Man. I found out Texans and then Floridians, Floridians. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, well, we'll get down to it. So I wanted to give you guys just like an overview of what you guys can expect from the live stream. So I have some notes over here, so I'm going to be looking at that. But I want to do just like a general channel update. A lot of you guys have been asking pretty much the exact same questions. A lot of you guys have been wondering about the old truck and what the scoop is on that POS. And then a lot of you guys have been wondering about the new truck because we've taken that out camping. And so you guys are wondering how that thing tows, all that stuff. And then some of you guys are wondering, like, what I'm going to be doing in the winter time. Am I going to keep posting videos? Am I going to be going camping? What's going to be going on? So I just wanted to give you guys a good overview of that. And then I wanted to ask you guys some questions too. And that's why I wanted to do this live stream. Because some of you guys, like I said, I know some of you guys are from Texas and Florida, and it looks like Minnesota as well too. We got another Southern Coloradan in here, which is awesome. Sweet. Eric Moore, what's up? He's in Colorado Springs. Good to see you, buddy. But yeah, I don't know where all you guys are from, so I want to see where you guys are from. And then, I don't know, are you guys part-time campers, full-time campers, weekend warriors? Put them in the comments here. I'd love to know where you guys, what type of camping you guys do. Do you guys do tent camping? Do you guys do truck camping, travel trailers? RVs. I know Eric, he's got an A-liner, which hopefully that thing's working out. And MJH says that they evolved from a truck camper to a small fifth wheel. Nice, that's sweet. And that seems to be the general thing for campers is they kind of evolve over the years. I know we first started out with a pop-up camper, then we went to hybrid camper, and then travel trailer, and we threw a truck camper in there in between as well. But anyways, PNW says he camps as often as possible. Travel trailer, nice. Yeah, we try to camp as often as we can. We're probably more considered to be weekend warriors. I mean, we're only in our 30s and we have a 2.5-year-old son. So, at least for our current careers that we've chosen, we're pretty stuck where we are right now, but we're able to get out as often as we can, which we really enjoy. So, yeah, I'm sure the camper got to be a little small for family 5. Oh yeah, truck campers would not be good for sure. But anyway, so I'll open it up more at the end for you guys too, and I'll pay a little bit more attention to the comments. So the thing I want to know from you guys is what type of video guys do you guys like? What do you guys dislike? What kind of videos would you guys like to see in the future? I have a slew of videos that I want to make, but I would like to be able to focus on some videos that you guys would like to make as well too. And it helps me getting your guys' feedback. It helps me decide what type of videos I should make and what videos you guys would enjoy. So at the end, like I said, I'll open it up for questions. And I'll just open it up for some general questions too. If you guys have anything else that you want to know about, I'll let you guys know. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. So the old truck, my oh my, has it been a saga. I can't believe this truck. This is like the crappy gift that keeps on giving. I mean, it is just awful. So the mechanic had it for about 6.5 weeks. The shop or the truck broke down 6.5 weeks ago. For those of you who don't know, our old Dodge broke down 6.5 weeks ago while we were towing our travel trailer home from a camping trip. And it broke down on the side of the interstate. And it's just been a bear to try to get this mechanic to do anything about it. And I'm going to name drop the mechanic because honestly, they've really pissed me off. And one of my subscribers is like, you should, let everybody know so they don't have a bad experience. But it's Wicked Rigs, and they're located here in Pueblo, Colorado. And I had a really good experience with them when they replaced my engine last year. I spent $12,000 with them, so I thought that they would treat me right, after that, when you spend that kind of money on engine and injectors and all that stuff. But apparently I was wrong. So they've had the truck for the last 6 weeks, and probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, after doing some diagnostics, they found out it was the turbo that had caused the issue. And what was frustrating about that is I initially told him I thought it was the turbo. I heard a pop from there, and I heard it wind down. And after doing, a couple hours of diagnostics, he's like, oh, maybe I should actually listen to Brian and check the turbo out. So, yeah, so that was a few weeks ago. But this guy basically had just been giving excuse after excuse after excuse. And at first it was personnel issues, and it was him being sick. Then he was out hunting. And I went in to see him personally, face to face a couple times. And I went in a week ago and I was like, dude, I got to get this thing fixed. I don't know what's been going on, but like the truck's been here for over 5 weeks. Like, can you just do a thorough diagnostics as to what we need to do on this truck? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. By the end of the week, you'll have something. Well, that was last weekend. And Monday rolled around. I was calling him. I was texting him, not getting any response. Tuesday rolled around, same thing. And then finally on Wednesday, I got a hold of him on the phone. I was like, dude, I don't know what you've been doing with my truck, but we need to get it towed somewhere where we can actually get it fixed because we're paying insurance on 2 trucks. I had to register my new truck. Ordinarily, you would get, like if I sold the old truck, you'd get like a credit. Well, I didn't get that. And it's just a really big pain in the butt. We need the money from that truck to pay for the new one. So So the old truck actually sits in my driveway right now, and we have it scheduled to go into another shop um, on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll find something out. But this truck has just been awful. This truck, a lot of you guys have also been wondering, well, why you seem so salty on diesels and all that stuff. It's really just been our experience with this truck and mechanics. It's been very difficult for us to find a good diesel mechanic. Wicked Rigs came highly recommended to us. They did a good job on the engine, and they ended up kind of screwing us. And I saw issues that kind of led up to the turbo failing that I had mentioned to them as well. And I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what happens when a turbo fails, but I told them my fuel economy went down by about 20%. And they just kind of blew it off. They're like, oh, well, new diesel engines, they got to break in, all that stuff, which, it is true, whatever. But I mean, it dropped about 20%. And then there was some oil leaking. And it turns out this happened a month before the turbo went out, and the oil was coming from the feed into the turbo. And then a month later, the turbo blows. It's like, geez, man, what a coincidence, And it was like that when we lived in Colorado Springs. It was the exact same thing. I had brought some issues up before our engine blew. I had seen excessive smoke coming out of the exhaust. I was having some idling issues, things of that nature, and I kept taking it into the mechanic I was seeing up there, who supposedly was a diesel mechanic, but he just had a guy who kind of worked on diesels, but he didn't really have the proper equipment like a true diesel mechanic. Because what he could have just done was a compression test and found out one of the injectors was bad. And we could have replaced the injectors before they basically destroyed our engine. So anyways, we've had just a bad string of mechanics. I could get into it so much longer, but that's ultimately, a lot of you guys have been wondering about why we went gas to diesel and all that stuff. We've just gotten screwed on diesel mechanics, and we just we were tired of it. So and it just kind of left a sour taste in our mouth with the mechanics and just diesels in general. We're like, we just don't want to deal with this anymore. A lot of mechanics can work on gas engines, and I've done work on gas engines and everything before. I feel more comfortable doing that, and I can diagnose things a lot better. So, anyways, that's the old truck. So that's to be continued as far as that goes. But yeah, it's just been awful. Was the problem truck a Dodge? Yes, the problem truck was a Dodge. It was a 2005 Dodge Ram 3500. So, yep. I don't want to get into a brand war here, but yeah, we did not have a good experience with that truck. Everything that could break on that truck pretty much broke. And it was like once it hit 170,000 miles, it was like everything was breaking. So, anyways, on to good news. The new truck, which a lot of you guys have asked about, and I really appreciate your guys' feedback as well too. I really did take that into consideration when we were looking at purchasing a new truck. Because some of you guys said you had Chevys with the 6.0 gas engine and everything. They talked about the reliability, how easy it is to work on them, and all that stuff. So that really did play into our decision for sure. And then one of my buddies, he's had two 2500s with the 6.0, and he said nothing but good things. But that truck is awesome. I love that thing. We only have about 1,400 miles on it. Most of those miles came from driving it from Iowa, but we have gone on 2 camping trips, and it tows great. It does an awesome job. One thing that I think really helps is that 6-speed transmission, which a lot of the newer trucks are having nowadays. I think Dodges have like 8 speeds, and then Fords, again, depending on what you get, I think they have 8 or 10 speeds. I don't know for sure, but everybody's getting to the 6 to 10 speed transmissions, which help out tremendously while towing. The tow haul mode is also very good. The way that they program that thing, it's great. It's got a I forget, I always forget what it's called, but it's got like a an engine deceleration as you're going downhill, and it comes up with it. But anyways, if you're going downhill and you want it to be at 45, you just kind of tap the brakes and just let it sit there at 45, and it will downshift to the necessary gear to keep you in there, and you'll stick within 5 miles of that, 5 miles per hour with that. It's sweet. Um, it's really good. It also does awesome going uphill again with that 6-speed transmission, and it's got plenty of power. Its tow capacity is 13,500 pounds. Our camper totally load up only weighs 7,000 pounds. So we're not putting like a huge load on it or anything like that. So MJH is wondering how it hitched up and everything. Yeah, that oh did the tow truck hitch up as well, or did they have to park? Are you talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about the old truck, MJH. Well, I guess we'll get to that later. We'll keep with the new truck for now. I'm sorry, but yeah, as far as the new truck goes, it's been doing awesome for sure. It tows good. I did have to adjust the equalizer hitch a little bit. We do feel the trailer a little bit more with the truck, which is strange because this truck actually has a higher payload capacity than the old Dodge, but the Chevys, they just ride a little bit smoother. And so one thing that I am going to be installing is these Timbrins. So Tree Thunder, he's one of my loyal subscribers, and he has been for years. He recommended these. But these are basically, you have these blocks in the back that kind of help. So when you put a load on your truck, they kind of help not give you so much yaw, and then they really level you out. So here's like a little example. And you get these from the factory, but the factory ones are about a third of the size of this. So you really have to be loaded down before they kick in. So with these, they're a lot larger, and they just help out quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see how these work out. I'm going to do a video on the installation of these, but we're going on an elk hunting trip in a week, and we're going to have my ATV in the back of the truck, and then we're going to be towing my buddy's toy hauler. It's a little 16-footer, and he's going to have his ATV in there. So we're not going to have a huge load. We'll probably have, I think, fully loaded, it's about 5,000 pounds with his trailer plus my ATV and all of our gear. But it'll be really good to see how it does. Round trip, we're going to be driving about 650, 700 miles, something like that. So it'll be a pretty good trip to be able to check it out for sure. So Brandon says good alternative to Timbrins is Sumo Springs. I heard good things about those too, but yeah, I decided to go with the Timbrins just because they came recommended. But I heard good things about the Sumo Springs too. So, but anyways, that's a new truck. Like I said, it's awesome. We love it so far, and we can't wait to get rid of that old truck. Oh man. But anyways, so now getting kind of steering back to the channel and kind of what you guys can expect from the channel. So like I said, it's kind of evolved over the years. I mean, obviously, most of you guys know we have a travel trailer now. I don't have a truck camper anymore, at least right now. I've contemplated getting another one, but after we've had our son, it's a little bit harder for me to say, hey, wifey, can I go snowboard with my buddies for 4 days up in the mountains and you take care of our son? So I found it to be a little bit harder to convince her to do that. So I don't think I'd be getting, that would be really the only reason I get a truck camper. But what we're going to hopefully get within the next couple of years is more of a 4 seasons rig. Some of you guys have seen in my last videos, I was talking about outdoors RVs. I would love to get one of those. And I want to talk with those guys as well, too, to see if I can work out a deal with them, because their trailer would ultimately be on all my videos, which would be posted all over the internet. And I'm sure you guys have seen, I work a little bit with Renogy Solar, and I'd love to be able to work out a deal like I have with Renogy, but with the outdoors RV. So that's kind of what we're shooting for and what we're hoping for in the future. But we're going to roll with our camper for now. It is about 10 years old, so stuff is just kind of constantly breaking on it. I mean, it's more of a entry level camper. The rear axle is pretty bent, so we're getting some very excessive wear on our rear tires. The door is completely cracked and messed up, and it's still shutting, but it's kind of messed up. And then there's just random little stuff that's breaking here and there. So it's kind of what to the point where we're like, okay, we either need to invest a little bit more money in that one, fix it up, or we just need to offload it and get something else. And it's not a Four Seasons rig. It doesn't even have a enclosed underbelly. So we're really wanting to get something that's at least more of like even a Three Seasons, because this one, the tanks are fully exposed underneath and stuff. And as I'm getting more into hunting and stuff like that, like I need something that's going to be a little bit more Four Season is really what we're shooting for. But anyways, yeah. So you guys will keep seeing travel trailer stuff for sure. We are getting into the winter months though, and like I said, since our rig isn't Four Seasons, like we have two more camping trips scheduled. So I'm going to be doing an elk hunt trip coming up here in about a week, and then we have another camping trip scheduled for the end of October. And then after that, we probably won't see a trip video until like March, maybe April timeframe is when we'll be doing some trip videos. So I have a slew of videos, like I said, that I plan on making. So things that you guys are going to see coming up is how to winterize your camper. I have this sweet little plug that I use that makes winterizing super easy. And we have already winterized our rig, even though we're going to be taking it out at the end of October, because chances are we're going to get a freeze between now and then. And this little plug is sweet because you hook it up, and use your air compressor, blows out all the water, and you can just continually do that, and you don't have to worry about a bunch of antifreeze and all that stuff. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. I'm going to be doing a video on the Timberins, like you talked about, the installation of those. I'm going to be doing we did a trip to Cuddy's Resort last weekend. Really sweet place. I'll be doing something on that. The elk hunt. I'm also going to be doing, now that I'm getting rid of the old truck, we did have the topper on there. And I know a lot of you guys were wondering about topper camping and stuff like that. So I want to actually do a video of the pros and cons of just owning a topper, because after owning one, I have mixed feelings on them. Sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them. So I want to do a video on that. And then like review videos too. Anytime you guys see review videos on my channel too, just so you guys know, it's stuff that I believe in. I'm not going to do a review video if the product is just crap. I do Amazon links in there, which if you guys don't know what those are about, that's a way that you can kind of support the channel. If you're looking to buy something on Amazon or that product that I do a review on, you click on that. And if you purchase that product or really anything else on Amazon, I'll get like what they call a commission on that sale. But I'm not going to do a review video on anything I don't believe in, because ultimately personally, I don't think it's right when people do that. And at the end of the day, if it's a crap product and I'm talking about how bad it is, I don't want you guys to go out and buy it. So if you see review videos, it's just going to be of stuff that, I endorse and I use and I enjoy, and I want to share with you guys because I think it could be beneficial for other people. So I'm going to be doing some videos on some of the stuff we got recently. We bought this little Igloo 12-volt refrigerator, which has been freaking sweet. We've used that thing the entire summertime, and it's kept all of mom and dad's beverages cold. When the little guy goes to sleep at night, we can have our drinks in there, and they stay nice and cold, and plug it in and stuff. I got a porta potty sitting over here that I use, which I'll do a review on that. It works pretty good, Again, I'm sure some of you guys are like, oh, I don't know if I want to see a porta potty review, but I think it would help some people out there, because really, when I was looking to buy a porta potty, I was like, what do I look for, But But anyways, um, so those are some videos that are going to be coming up. Between now and the new year, I kind of set a goal for myself that I want to make sure at the minimum I post one video a week. I would love to be able to do two. I want to try to do two videos a week. And I know there's been a couple weeks where I've missed that, but I've been trying to do two videos a week. And like I said, I have kind of my upload schedule planned out and videos. Some of the videos I've already shot. I just need to edit and post them. But you guys can pretty much expect 1 to 2 videos a week until the new year. And then even after the new year, again, it's going to be winter. But I think with the list of the videos that I have, I think I should easily still be able to do one a week. And that's really what I'm going to shoot for. I have no shortage of ideas of videos. Oftentimes it's just I don't have enough time in the week with, running a couple businesses and, trying to have a personal life in there as well and then do this on the side. It's just hard to find time to do everything. So I'm going to do my best to make sure I give you guys 1 to 2 videos a week through the new year. And then from the new year until we start camping again, March, April timeframe, I'm going to shoot for at least one video a week. So, hey, thanks for joining Victoria and Ski Bump. Good to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. You guys have been long-time subscribers, and I know you guys comment a lot on my videos. And Jo, thank you for stopping by as well too. I appreciate you guys coming in. So, yeah. So I think that's pretty much it as far as the channel goes. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, now I'm gonna go to the Q&A, the subscriber Q&A. So, the first thing I'm wondering from you guys, and if you guys can just start commenting, that'd be super helpful. If you look at the videos that I've made or that I've really made recently or in the past, what videos do you guys like and what do you guys dislike or aren't too fond of? And you can be honest too. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It honestly is really good for me to get feedback on this because, like I said, I want to make sure that I'm doing videos that my subscribers are enjoying and that people are gonna want to watch ultimately for sure. So Vic A from New Mexico, hey, what's up, man? So Victoria says, love the little man. Yeah, I think everybody likes the little guy. My parents, every time I upload a video and he makes an appearance in there, my parents they go crazy. So PNW said outdoor dispersed camping is the best. Yeah, I agree. We only went one dispersed camping trip. Love the hidden gem camping spots. Yes. Camping gear you use. Okay, great. And I do have some, like I said, I have some review videos coming up. One of the videos that I'm hoping to do at the end of October is just like the camping accessories that we have with our travel trailer. Because I think that'd be very beneficial to a lot of new time campers out there, as well as people who just go camping. Because I know, we still see stuff that we're like, oh my gosh, I never knew, these levelers existed or whatever, and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and whatnot. So, do more videos on camp food. Thanks, Charles. I need to get my wife involved in that because she is a crazy good host or cook. And I know Victoria, you had mentioned that in one of the other videos. Yeah, food always looks awesome. Yeah. My wife is an amazing cook, and my mother-in-law, who camps with us a lot too, she's an amazing cook. That's where my wife got all of her skills. So I would definitely like to do more food stuff for sure. That's on my list. Is like what's easy food to bring and what's stuff that you can prep ahead of time and warm up, or what's just really good camping food. So ski bum, truck camper, trailer mod vids. Sweet. Well, if we keep our trailer, we're probably gonna have to do some mods, that's for sure. Because, like I said, that rear axle is bent, bent, bent. Josh Rashavi. When the YouTube bucks start rolling in, what's the first thing you're going to upgrade? That's a good question. My drone, my freaking drone. I had a Phantom 3 and we're trying to fix it right now. We took it apart. We're trying to solder some pieces together because I'm pretty sure this is planned obsolescence from DJI. But after I did a firmware upgrade, I can only fly about 150 feet. And if you guys have ever flown a drone before, 150 feet is nothing. I mean, just to get above the trees, you have to fly like probably 60, 70 feet in the air. And then I can only go out about another 60, 70 feet. And then I've lost service. So I'm saving up for a drone right now. That's a big thing, man. And I also need some more cameras because I'm trying to perfect. I'm sure you guys have noticed over my last few videos. I'm trying to get like a better system down because before I was just using my GoPro on like a selfie stick and it was kind of jumpy and all that stuff. And I did invest in a gimbal, which I'm sure you guys have seen. It's way smoother, so much better. But I still don't like that because then I use that, but then I also use the GoPro. And so, like, when I go to edit, if any of you guys have ever done editing, I got a bunch of videos on this device and a bunch of videos on this device. And this one's names are, GoPro 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is like, HDV 1, 3, 4 hours, some crazy long name. And it's just a total pain trying to get things in order and figure out where my videos are and all that stuff. So that's the other thing, Josh, that I would want to invest in would be another freaking GoPro or something else, another camera, because my camera situation right now is really not working out the greatest. It's not terrible, but it's definitely kind of a pain in the butt for sure. And just so you guys know too, like, I don't know if you guys know how much YouTubers make, but it's not like I'm rolling in the big bucks by any means. It's certainly not enough to even call it part-time income. But basically, any money that I have coming in is like feeding back out to like a drone, to GoPro, to the gimbal that I bought, microphones, like stuff like that. So I love the fact that money is coming in. I think it's a bonus because I didn't originally start this channel for the money. But anyways, yeah, pretty much anything that comes in, I just try to reinvest it in the channel to help grow it and help make it better, get different video editing software. That's another thing I'm saving up for, Josh, is I want to get some better video editing software because my Corel Video Studio Pro is not very good, and that's what I use. So MJH says you like seeing familiar SoCo landmarks when you're on your way camping. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure a lot of you Coloradans love that. I know when I watch a YouTube video and I see places I recognize, I'm like, oh, I know where he's at. I know where he's at. So I'll try to do a better job at that. Putting, like I said, we're going on a really long trip here on that elk hunting trip, and our drive out there is going to be in the dark. But when we're coming home, we should be in the daylight, and so try to get some shots of where we're going to be. And one of my YouTube subscribers, his name's Terrence. He's one of my buddies. But anyways, he's going to be going with me on the trip. I'm actually like going with his elk camp crew. So we're taking his camper and everything. So we're going to get some good shots out there for sure. So how about some game cameras to see the critters? That would be, speaking of critters that we see out there, holy smokes. When we were camping at Cuddy's Resort this last weekend, I was taking the dog out to go to the bathroom, and the first day we saw a deer, he started growling, and the deer was like right there, probably 15 feet away. And then the next day, we took him over in this little area, and then we turned around, and I see these two eyes that were kind of like stalking us. I was like, what is that? And I don't know what it was. I think it was a bear, though, because there was bear signs all over that place. And yeah, Ski Bum, if I had some game cameras set up, we could have seen what they were because I'm pretty sure it was either a bear or something, but it was creeping up on us for sure. So, um, anyways, and Renee Zakovec, oh, she sounds familiar. She said, "Glad you're doing this. Keep camping and taking us along." Yes, we're going to. That's for sure. So, um, yeah, that's a good question, PNW. Have you ever thought about doing a big camp together like some other YouTubers do? I have actually. Um, One of my buddies has rented out this group campground just outside of Woodland Park, Colorado, and we've camped there before with him, and it can accommodate I don't know how many people. I think it's over 100 for sure. But it's like 6 acres that you get to yourself. You can gate it off. It has vault toilets and trash, so it doesn't have any hookups or anything. But it'd be a pretty sweet place to camp because you can just rent out the whole thing and for a weekend, and then just have people come in. So I've definitely thought about that for sure, and I'd love to be able to collab with other YouTubers as well and do stuff like that. Yeah, so thanks for that. Um, cool. So, what type of videos would you guys like to see in the future? That was another question I had for you guys. Like, what we've kind of went over that. We've talked about what you guys like. What are there any other type of videos you guys would really like to see um, out there? Um, do you guys like the trip videos, or do you guys like the gear more? Or what do you guys like seeing the most? Eric says he'd like to see another winter camping. Oh, I would love to be able to do that. And I had thought about actually doing that with my truck topper, but now that that truck is dead, we probably won't be doing that. Trip vids definitely. Mom and the little guy cooking together. Okay, cooking sounds like it would definitely be good. Backcountry skiing and boarding is good. Oh, that would be good for sure. I go to Monarch a lot, as you guys can see. This is Monarch ski area. That's like their little, emblem there. But yeah, I would love to be able to get back into truck camping and snowboarding and stuff. That was honestly some of the funnest stuff I've ever done in my life. Is just hanging out with our buddies at the ski resort and just crashing up there and just having a good time, chilling with the buddies and whatnot. So all your videos are good, but we love the camp trips. Okay, sweet. I will keep that up. Monarch rules. I agree, Eric. So, um, yeah, I guess I'm trying to think of other questions that I've wanted to ask you guys. Um, well, what questions do you guys have just some random questions for me? Like either about the channel, about our truck, our camper. You could probably ask me personal questions as long as it's nothing too crazy. Some of you guys who are on here have known me for a long time, so you know, I know you guys can answer anything. But yeah, what other just general questions do you guys have, if any? Um, Train wreck pizzas is what Victoria says. Man, I'll tell you what, cooking pizzas while camping is amazing. We used to do that in the wintertime when we'd be camped out at Copper Mountain, and we'd get those little like Red Baron, like deep dish style ones, heat up the oven, throw those in there. Oh, it was so good, especially after a day of riding hard. Oh, so good. So what YouTubers do you watch? That's a great question. So my wife and I watch a variety of people. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Nomadic Fanatic. He's one guy that I definitely watch. Um, I used to watch Living Free. Sometimes he's a little dramatic, so I watch him every now and again. Um, Let me pull up my phone and my subscribers and see who I'm subscribed to. We're we're fans too of Gone with the Winds. I don't know if you guys ever have seen them, but they used to be full-time RVers, and then they actually they've been living on a sailboat for the last couple years. So that's been cool to kind of see their evolution with that. And they do an amazing job editing and all that stuff. They are just, oh my gosh, they do such a good job. Um, we also like, there's a couple of like off the grid people that we like. There's one YouTuber that's called Life Uncontained, and these people are just building a house out of shipping containers, and they're really sweet. There's another one that's called Wild Wonderful Off Grid, very similar thing to that. And then My Self Reliance is another really cool one. That's a guy who lives up in Canada, and he built this cabin out of logs by himself out in the woods. And it is just, it's so cool to see some of the stuff that that guy builds. And it's just like really old school building. And his channel is sweet for sure. Um, let's see who else. Colorado travel tips. They're actually on here. I saw you guys commenting. If you guys live in Colorado and ever need to look at campgrounds, you guys have to check these guys out. Colorado travel tips. These guys do a video tour of campgrounds. And so we have used them, gosh, I don't even know, probably at least half a dozen times when we've been booking particular campsites. And that's how I found out about them, because I was just Googling it and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this campsite looks like. And their video popped up. And so they drive through each of the campsites and then they give some information about it. So awesome. So if you guys are in Colorado, especially, or if you plan on camping here, I'd recommend them for sure. Some other people I follow. This is one of my friends, Adventures with Daniel. He does camping and bike videos. He's just getting his YouTube channel started. Other people that I subscribe to, Less Junk, More Journey. There are some full-time RVers. Keep Your Daydream. I'm sure you guys have seen that. RV Daydream, yes, PNW. I am subscribed to him too, for sure. And then these are just, oh, here's another one that's pretty sweet. In the Field Camping. So this guy is another Coloradan, and he actually has a podcast. And if you listen to his podcast, he's got this like really soothing voice and all that stuff. And he just does like the last video I just uploaded where I was sitting in front of the creek just having a conversation with you guys. That's like what he does. And it's just I like to listen to his podcast. I haven't really watched his YouTube videos as much just because I listen into his podcast, but yeah, he's definitely good for sure. Let's see here. And then I'm just going to tell you guys some other random. Oh, West Coast Roller. I forgot to mention him. West Coast Roller is awesome. I've known him for quite a few years. He's another YouTuber. He used to have a truck camper. He's got a fifth wheel, and we've exchanged a lot of conversations back and forth. He's the man. You got to check him out for sure. And then here's some other random people that I'm subscribed to. This was a really good question, by the way. Dude Perfect. If you guys don't know who Dude Perfect is, freaking check Dude Perfect out. They are so awesome. They're one of the top YouTubers, and they do all these crazy videos. Definitely check them out. Very family and kid oriented too. So if you have kids, they're good. There's another guy, since I do hunt, there's a guy called Bobby Guy Films. He's awesome. He's another family man that he's a YouTuber, and he does a lot of good videos. I like to work out, and so I'm subscribed to the Buff Dudes, and while I don't look anything like them, their videos are hilarious, and they have some really great workout stuff. Let's see, who is the other one I was going to mention to you guys? The Handyman. He's since I do run a handyman business, he's kind of an entertaining guy. He shows you how to do how-to stuff on your house, but then he's just like he's just a character. And there's a couple other snowboarding channels I'm subscribed to. Snowboard Pro Camp. Those guys are awesome. I'm subscribed to them, and then Ryan Napton. So I'm going through here. I'm subscribed to probably like 80 people. So, but yeah, so there's some people that are relevant to the topic of camping, and then there's some not so relevant YouTubers in there. So MJH is wondering, what's your real job besides camping? So big question. So I own a painting business, and also a handyman business, and then a Christmas lighting business. So um, the handyman business is new. I actually just started that this year. The painting business, I'm kind of phasing out. I used to have crews and employees and all that stuff, and just got a little too much, in all honesty. Yeah, I just got to the point where I wasn't really enjoying it. I was working way too much. And with life changes with having our son, I decided that I need to scale things down. And we just moved from Colorado Springs to Pueblo, Colorado a year ago. And my business was located up in Colorado Springs. So I tried running it remotely for like the last year and a half, and that really didn't work out. So the crew that had been working with me for about 4.5 years, we kind of parted ways back in the springtime. It was kind of a mutual thing. I mean, they were great guys. I have nothing bad to say about them. It was just kind of one of those things where it was just time. So when that had happened, that was kind of the catalyst to start up the handyman business, because that was always something that I wanted to try to get into, because ultimately I'd like to do like general construction and maybe house building, stuff like that. But so the handyman business I saw as like an opportunity, kind of like a stepping stone to get there. So that's where I'm at right now. And then the Christmas lighting business, I still own that up in Colorado Springs. And that too, though, is getting a little rough because all my jobs are up there. And I was trying to sell that business and everything, but I've just had a bunch of flaky people that just, it's a very unique business for sure. Just because you really have to have like a seasonal type business in order to be able to operate something like that. And since I don't have employees or like an office or stuff like that, it's not as marketable to a lot of people. So I don't know really what's going to happen with that. I'm going to try to sell it maybe next year. But so I have that season coming up where I'm going to be doing all the installs and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing starting November, believe it or not. So I'm going to be starting Christmas lighting here in a few weeks, which it's kind of think about, but it's great money, and I enjoy doing it. People are always happy with the service because it's kind of like a fun service, It's like so like people are always like in really good spirits and all that stuff, and so I like it, and it's great money, honestly. So if you guys are willing to climb around on a roof and have some ladders, it's a very easy way to make some really good money in a short amount of time. So, so that's what my real job is. And yeah, so then obviously then I did YouTube, but this is totally part-time for sure. So, and I would love to get it to the point where maybe I could, consider it more full-time, but it's going to take quite a bit to get there for sure. So, I'm going to keep with the part-time, hope that it just continues to grow and doing well like it is, and maybe we'll get there. Who knows? So, yes, Jo says you guys eat great big time. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any other questions out there? Those are some really good questions for sure. Do I have a Patreon account? No, I don't. So, I had considered starting a Patreon, I guess, like from my perspective. If I were to start a Patreon account, I would want to like offer some type of benefit to the people that are donating. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much, but like I would really kind of feel bad if like I had a Patreon account set up and like I didn't offer anything else for people who are donating. So I've considered starting one, but the only way I'd ever want to start one is like if you did donate, then you got, extra um, extra content or something like that. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now. But like I said, if you guys, if you guys ever want to support the channel that way, the best way you guys can do that is those Amazon links that I pop in the videos. If you guys just click on those, even if you don't buy whatever product you click on, if you just buy something on Amazon within 24 hours of clicking on that link, I actually get a commission on it. So if you're gonna, get your groceries or whatnot, maybe check out one of my items first, and uh, I don't know. That's I feel kind of bad even saying stuff like that, but I do get a commission if somebody buys just random stuff on there too. So that's a one way that you can help support the channel. But and I do appreciate you guys checking those videos out and clicking on those links. And some of you guys have bought that stuff too. So thank you for that. And like I said, I won't ever do a review video on something that I don't actually believe in, or something that I don't personally use. So one of the review videos I'm going to be doing here, I'm probably going to be doing at the end of the month, because I had wondered this myself, is what is the best RV teepee? Because if you go on Amazon, there's all these choices, and it sounds like something simple, but we've had, RV teepee before. And when you go to dump your black tank, it's clogging you up, or it's not breaking down at all. So, anyways, all right. PNW says, "How's wifey feel about these videos? Does she like being in them, or does she care?" Um, she she is definitely supportive of the channel and of the videos for sure. Um, as far as her being in them, she doesn't mind being in them. I haven't really pushed her to be like, "Hey, people want to see you," which I guess that would be a question. Would you guys like to see Mrs. Colorado Camperman? Let me know. I mean, it sounds like you guys definitely want to see her cooking with food, which I agree. Like, she is a bomb cook for sure. So I've been thinking about that. Victoria says absolutely. So I guess I do videos with the little guy in there, and TJ, our dog. I guess I could throw her in there a little bit more. I'll talk to her about it for sure. She was on here earlier, but like I said, she's out of town. She probably went to sleep. We're kind of early birds. We go to sleep super early with having the little guy. He wakes up so early. This morning he was up at like 4:45 a.m. So, but anyhow, since camping is a family affair, the YouTube could be too. Yeah, that is true, MJ, for sure. MJH, that definitely could be. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where I think the channel has kind of evolved to more, where it was, me and my buddies hanging out in the truck camper, going snowboarding. As much as I would love to be able to go on those trips and stuff like that, just with our family situation, it's not really something that we're going to be doing a lot of. I would love to be able to do that in the future, but yeah, I think we'll definitely be doing more family camping stuff for sure. Because that's as our son gets older and stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna keep on camping. It was a huge part of my life growing up, and we want it to be a huge part of his life growing up, because my wife, she grew up camping as well too. Um, so of course she seems cool, and the little dude, yes, the little guy. Now let's leave the wives out of this. Oh, that's funny, Charles. Thank you. Uh, Charmin Ultra Soft breaks down better than RV specific stuff and is way more comfortable to use. Okay, that's good. Boondocking life. That's really good to know. The stuff that we just used. So there's the Scott's toilet paper. We're kind of going off on a tangent, but on that, the Scott's toilet paper, and then there's this Thetford toilet paper, which is like they make a lot of the chemicals and stuff like that for RVs. That stuff is pretty sweet. That stuff breaks down amazingly. Like when you go dump your tanks, you don't see a lot of excuse me, chunks of toilet paper or anything like that. It's more kind of like nicer one ply though, so it's like not the most comfortable, but it's not bad. Like it's it's okay, but it for how much it breaks down, I think it's actually worth it for sure. Um, but anyways, that's really good to know. Boondocking life. Thank you very much for that. I'll have to check that out for sure. So, um, yeah. Do you guys have any other questions that you can think of while I have you guys here? Um, I guess another question I'd have for you guys, do you guys like live streams? Would you want to do another live stream? Um, this is my first live stream. So like I said, I've never done this before. So I don't know if people enjoy these, if if you don't enjoy them, I don't know. And if you're watching this on the replay, I guess maybe put it down in the comments, if you guys like live streams or conversations like this. Because I'd love to know. Like I said, at the end of the day, I have a pretty large subscriber base, and I'd love to be able to do videos or produce content that you guys want to see, and that you guys enjoy for sure. So I really appreciate any feedback and comments on that. So, but all right. Well, if nobody has any other questions here, I think we're gonna end it here. We're getting kind of lengthy, anyways, coming up on an hour. So, again, I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by and checking things out on Color Out Camperman's first ever live stream. And thank you again for the continued support. Thank you all for the comments here tonight and giving me some information as far as what you guys want to see. And I really enjoyed answering your guys' questions and stuff too. So PNW says live streams are cool every once in a while. So yeah, Josh. Hey Josh, good to see you, man. It's been probably at least 15 years. And yeah, thanks, man. That's awesome that you tuned in for sure. If I was still on Facebook, I'd hit you up. I don't even know how to get a hold of you now. I gotta I gotta figure that out. I'm not on Facebook anymore, and sometimes it's nice. Sometimes I miss it for sure. But thanks, Eric, for stopping by. PNW, MJH, Charles, Victoria, all you guys, Jo, Color Out Travel Tips. I can't really see who else is out here. At least I don't know who or how to see it. But anyways, thank you guys for checking out the live stream, and stay tuned. I'm going to be doing the winterization video this weekend. So that should be posted on Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'm hoping to get it done Saturday, but anyways, I'm gonna be posting that, and then another trip video of the Cuddy's Resorts will be popping in next. So thank you guys for the support and stopping by, and have a good night. We'll see you.